It's about time. The turning tide for cyber transformation. Join us for this fictional tale where we follow a cybersecurity team, long overshadowed, as they rise to embrace transformation and pioneer a new era in cyber defense. For years, Emily, the Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, watched from the sidelines as various departments in her company underwent digital transformations. Marketing went digital first. Operations leveraged data analytics and automation. IT deployed cloud computing and agile methodologies. Now, finally, it was her turn. She had joined the organization at a time when cybersecurity was a second-tier concern. It was about passwords, firewalls, and an occasional company-wide awareness campaign memo about not clicking on suspicious links, usually sent in October, the month of National Cybersecurity Awareness. However, the landscape had changed dramatically. The frequency and sophistication of cyber attacks were increasing. Regulations were becoming more stringent. A single data breach could mean a loss of millions and a tarnished reputation due to new SEC notification rules. For Emily, it was no longer about why they needed a cybersecurity transformation, but about how soon they could initiate it. It was her equivalent of gearing up for a marathon. She had been doing light jogging for years, but now it was time to build endurance, to invest in high-quality gear, to train intensively, and to aim for a finish line that was evolving but becoming increasingly clear, convincing the stakeholders. To kick things off, she initiated conversations across departments, aiming to elevate cybersecurity from being just a tech issue to a core organizational priority. She created a detailed roadmap and made a compelling pitch to the board and executive leadership team, outlining the risks, the investments needed, and the value it would bring. Like a modern cartographer charting unexplored territories, her plan incorporated real-world terrain, from GDPR and the California Delete Act to evolving ransomware threats, and described the fortifications and programs they needed to build. We're not just patching holes anymore. We're transforming this into a secure fortress that not only protects, but also enables and optimizes the entire kingdom, she said during her pitch. The board and leadership team acknowledged the need and approved the budget, setting the stage for a comprehensive transformation. Smart choices, clear outcomes. With the purse strings finally loosened, Emily faced a plethora of technology choices. It was akin to standing in the cockpit of a spaceship with 1,000,000 buttons, levers, and dials. The trick was not just in knowing what each one did, but understanding how they could work together for a journey that would span years, possibly decades. She had a clear vision. First, the transformation would optimize existing processes, making them more agile and responsive. Advanced machine learning algorithms would sift through data for anomalies far more efficiently than any human could. Second, the transformation would add new capabilities, like threat intelligence and incident response automation, that were not possible with the existing configuration and legacy processes. Finally, it would prepare the organization for future transformations by being modular and scalable. Emily was particularly excited about zero-trust architecture, a relatively recent paradigm in cybersecurity. Implementing it would be like replacing the aging plumbing in an old home with a state-of-the-art, eco-friendly system. It would require temporarily breaking down some walls and readjusting living conditions, but the result would be safer, more efficient, and future-proof. The launch. It was to be a Herculean effort involving people from across the company and several external vendors. To mitigate risks, they piloted smaller projects, like a gardener first planting a few seeds to test the soil quality, sunlight, and best practice watering routines. Once they were confident, they went all out, laying down the seeds for a garden that would bloom for tomorrow and for years to come. But transformation isn't easy. Emily encountered numerous challenges. Software that didn't integrate as seamlessly as promised, team members resistant to change, a lack of training for the new tools and procedures, and a couple of near-miss security incidents that made everyone anxious as things progressed. The new dawn. Months passed, and the transformation started showing results. The SOC, which was once cluttered with a mix of dated hardware and ad hoc solutions, now resembled a cutting-edge control room. Real-time dashboards displayed metrics that were previously hard to gather and even harder to understand. Automated systems detected, analyzed, and responded to common threats, freeing human experts to focus on advanced, targeted attacks. And then, almost as a validation of their efforts, it happened. Their new systems detected an advanced persistent threat, APT. The threat was isolated, analyzed, and neutralized in a fraction of the time it would have taken previously. The news reached the board and leadership team, and the sigh of relief was almost palpable across the C-suite. Emily knew this was neither the beginning nor the end. It was a milestone, indeed, but the digital landscape was ever-changing. The marathon was ongoing, and they had merely completed an important lap. She began setting her sights on future-ready technologies like quantum encryption and decentralized identity systems. Artificial intelligence is another area of interest and concern that she and her team are evaluating and planning for. Thankfully, Emily's transformation program was defined and designed to be agile, so it can handle these types of changes. As she looked at her bustling SOC, but not so bustling that her analysts were burnt out, Emily felt an immense sense of satisfaction, coupled with a heightened sense of responsibility. They had evolved from a simplistic, reactionary function to an advanced, strategic unit that protects the organization and enables it to take even bolder steps into the digital frontier. The continual journey. As she charted out plans for the next decade, Emily knew that just like any enduring human endeavor, be it as simple as maintaining a home or as complex as navigating relationships, cybersecurity needed continuous care and innovation. It required not just technology, but also a culture of awareness, responsibility, and perpetual learning. The goalposts would keep moving, but Emily and her team were better equipped than ever to keep running. And so, the team that had waited so long for its turn to transform had not just caught up. They had set a new standard. They had found a way to make cybersecurity not just about averting disasters, but about enabling possibilities. They had transformed with purpose and vision, and in doing so, they became a model for others to follow. The cybersecurity marathon continues, but for Emily and her team, it's a race they're now prepared to lead. What's your cybersecurity transformation story? Want to share it with Sean on a podcast? Let him know.